So coming back to Kering, well, it operates as more of a gentleman's club, though that has changed somewhat with the appointment of two women CEOs to head up Pomellato and Dodo and Boucheron in the recent management shake-up, which occurred when Albert Bensoussan was drafted in and replaced all the heads of the brand except for one. This prevailing corporate attitude could be responsible for some of Kering's less than savvy investments. Take Ulysse Nardin, for instance. When Kering bought the brand for a rumored 760 million euro back in 2014, the estimated operating profit was in the region of 25%, roughly double that of Kering's Gucci watch division, with annual revenue of an estimated 315 million Swiss franc, which compares with 375 million Swiss franc for the whole of Kering's watch division, including Gucci. So it was also a brand that had in-house manufacturing capabilities and was technologically innovative, something Kering could share across its other brands. However, Ulysse Nardin was highly dependent on its Russian market, where the brand is perceived as the crème de la crème. But the slump in the general Russian luxury market mere month later saw employees of the brand being put in temporary unemployment, and there was a sense that Kering had made another troubled investment. Girard-Perregaux has also had a bit of a trouble since it joined the Kering fold. There was a general feeling that Michele Sofisti, who was formerly at Gucci, was launching too many models that had nothing to do with the brand's history. This is something that was rectified when the new CEO, Mr. Calce, came in 2015. Under Calce, we have seen some varied output actually. There was the confusing Place Girardet collection to celebrate its 225th anniversary, with each of the dials of the 225th strong collection bearing a date and an inscription relating to events of historical importance in each year since the brand's inception. Bit complicated. But on the upside, there has been the very successful revamp of the Laureato, which heralded Girard-Perregaux's entrance into the 5,000 to 10,000 Swiss franc segment of the market, one with quite a lot of promise. So despite that, it has had to reduce its point of sales from 500 to 400, all which makes it unsurprising that in 2015 the watch side was the only part of the Kering portfolio that didn't grow, whereas LVMH, thanks in no small part to the Beaver-led shake-up of the watch division, well, it was up 19%. So that's not to say it's all plain sailing at LVMH. Zenith has gone from being a brand that produced refined, desirable watches to a brand that seems to be clutching at affiliations, tennis, table tennis stars, cigars and man with moustache on bicycles, the Rolling Stones. Well, in order to make sense of itself, well, I'm personally not totally convinced that this was the best idea. Like I've always said, I'm not too keen on these co-branding operation, but I admit, for instance, that the Range Rover edition of the El Primero is rather nice, but I would never buy it, even if I had 12 Range Rovers in my garage, which I don't. And the only dream I have actually is to have a good old Land Rover 110, that would be perfect. So anyhow, let's go back to today's subject, and it can't be too much of a leap to surmise that part of this discrepancy in the way things are done at each company is down to each conglomerate's origin. LVMH is luxury through and through, formed when Luxury Vuitton merged with Moet Hennessy in 1987. While Kering's origins are in wood, Pinault originally set up Établissement Pinault as a timber then construction material distribution business. It didn't even really enter the luxury sector until 2004, when what had become PPR increased its shares to 99.4% of Gucci Group's capital. Well, since then, he has been selling and accumulating brands, designers to up its luxury credential with, as we have seen, mixed success. And in order to perhaps solidify its new identity as a luxury group, PPR was renamed Kering in 2013. It is pronounced the same as Kering, but also plays with the origin of the business in Brittany, the northern region of France. In Breton, in the Breton language, Care means home or place to live. And as it stands now, Kering is still lagging slightly behind LVMH in luxury watch stakes. This is partly because it also has sportswear element thanks to Puma and Volcom, which slightly diminishes its pure luxury status, but also because LVMH has more generally recognizable watch brands names under its belt. However, that doesn't mean it's game over yet. Some canny horological acquisitions similar to the Christopher Kane purchase on the fashion side and Kering's fortune could alter. That and maybe being clever enough to employ the next Jean-Claude Biver, if indeed there is such a thing. So thank you very much. See you soon. All the best.